everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Top 5 Wednesday, and the prompt for today is 5 children's books that you should read as an adult. So my first pick is Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry by Mildred Taylor. So this book is about racism in America during the Great Depression. It takes place in southern Mississippi and follows a young woman named Cassie. She and her family, they're black. This book deals with some heavy topics, and it served as an eye-opener for me. I just remember like reading this book and thinking, that's not fair. You know what I mean? Like as a child, reading something like that, because you're taught fairness for the most part in school. So like it just bothered me. And it just did. So I wrote, my sense of what is right and wrong exploded after that. To this day I refuse to treat anyone differently simply because they have a different skin color. And it's, I mean, I'm gonna be nice to you if you're nice to me, and vice versa. So like, that's just what it is. Anyway, Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. It's an amazing book. Alright, so the second book is pretty much the whole series, but the Little House on the Prairie series by Laura Ingalls Wilder. First book. Oh my gosh. It's a beautiful story about a young girl and her family. They're just trying to build a life for themselves and to survive. And it shows you like how much work had to be done on a daily basis for like just simple tasks that we take for granted now. Like I would be very nervous if like indoor heating and cooling and plumbing did not work anymore. I don't think how I'd feel about that. So it just makes you think how much you have to be grateful for. Like now as an adult, as a children, it's really fun, learning about these, different things and all that. But it's a really good series. Number 3 is the Boxcar Children by Gertrude Chandler Warner. And most specifically the first book. That's the first book. I always remember that one first. So it follows 4 orphans, and so basically their parents pass away and they're orphans, obviously, and then they have a grandfather who they've been pretty much told is like a mean person and all these other things, and they decide they don't want to live with him, so they escape, or they run away basically, and find this old box car in the woods, and they decide to make it their home. And it follows them, little adventures, just trying to, find food and stay warm or stay dry, and just take care of each other. And the ending is really beautiful. The rest of the series follows them pretty much after they go to live with their grandfather, who, out of the kindness of his heart, because he's actually a very nice man, like has the boxcar transported into like the backyard. And so the rest of the books follow them as they're going on like little adventures, and they're solving mysteries around like little town and everything. So it's really, really good series. All right, number 4 is the Saddle Club. I couldn't really there wasn't really an author, but it was published by a publishing house. I don't know the name, and they contracted an equestrian named Bonnie Bryant, and they used some ghostwriters to like write out this series and the TV shows and all that. So it follows 3 girls, Carol, Lisa, and Stevie, who live in Willow Creek, and they ride horses at Pine Hollow Stables. It's pretty much just about 3 young girls growing up, sharing a love for horses, dealing with young girl things like bullying and homework and school projects, and just, how to navigate, I don't know how to explain it, just how to navigate to like just be a young girl, what it is to be a young girl, and like some of the, you know, little hardships that you face, you know, like periods and stuff and boyfriends and things like that. So, and number 5 is Wayside School, by Lois Sachar. So anyway, it's about a school that has 30 levels. I believe it's 30. Yeah, it's like 30 floors high, and there is no 19th floor because it's like, you know, like unlucky number or whatever. And I don't remember a whole bunch about the entire series, but I remember there was one, like, I think one book that had to deal with, like, you couldn't say the word door or you got in like some kind of trouble or whatever. And so like the principal said, okay, instead of using the word door, we use the word gooseback or something like that. And so it's like the whole book's basically about people like trying not to say the word door. I remember there were like little paragraphs or chapters that you had to like turn the book upside down to read. Some of them were sideways, and then like I was reading back on them like online, and I didn't realize this, but I think the first chapter in the first book is like the last chapter in the last book. So it's like full of like little, oh, in that classroom that didn't exist. So they were just really funny books, and I was really like surprised to find them, like, and I remembered some of them and everything. So anyway, those are some really good children's books. Alright, that is it for my top 5 children's books that you should read as an adult. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. I post videos about 3 times a week, sometimes more, but I do strive really hard to post at least 3 videos a week. My Twitter and Goodreads accounts are linked down below, and I think I figured out how to put them like at the end, like the little end cards, so it'll be there too. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.